Welcome back to her story, a journey that spans time and reincarnation. In this second part, we'll explore chapters 9 through 16. Together, we'll uncover the twists and turns that deepen her path, revealing new layers and insights. Let's dive in and see where this next chapter takes us. In this part of the story, Nisha fully embraces who she is and finds acceptance through dance, friendships, and her public life. Psychologists affirm she's always been the woman inside. Medical tests reveal mysterious changes no one can explain. Meanwhile, Aabha faces her own struggles, career setbacks, failed IVF, and inner turmoil. Together, they uncover a past life connection that confirms their souls have always been linked. After years of searching and prayer, a cosmic reset transforms their reality, allowing their true lives to begin at last. As the second half of 2024 approached, Nisha found herself living two lives. At home, she was Amit, husband, father, employee. Outside, whenever she could, she became Nisha, a woman finally stepping into the life she'd longed for in silence. Each outing, each smile, each moment of being seen as she built her confidence. But still, something inside her felt unfinished, as if a deeper calling waited. Then one evening, a sudden thought arrived, a clear, persistent whisper. Learn Bharatanatyam. At first, she resisted. Dance had never interested her, yet the feeling kept growing until she couldn't ignore it. Searching online, she found a nearby academy run by Christina, who welcomed her with one condition. She must attend fully as a woman, dressed traditionally. Nisha agreed, even as she worried what to tell her family. She told them she'd joined a boxing class to stay fit. Every Saturday, she transformed salwar kameez, bangles, makeup, and stepped into a new world. In that classroom, surrounded by women, she moved, learned, and felt something deep awaken. Her body remembered what her mind never had. By the end of the first session, smiles all around, a new chapter had begun. This slide takes us deep into Nisha's journey of acceptance and transformation. It shows how, with the support of her teacher and classmates, she gradually stepped fully into her identity, not just in private, but in public. Bharatanatyam became more than dance. It became a source of healing and connection. Yet, even as she found belonging and joy, questions about her body and identity lingered. These questions would soon lead her to a new chapter, one that would change everything. Nisha's journey with Bharatanatyam brought her peace, but one question kept haunting her. Why was her body changing? Psychologists, friends, everyone agreed she was a woman. Yet every month she experienced symptoms that looked like a menstrual cycle, migraines, cramps, emotional shifts, bleeding. This had gone on for 9 months. It wasn't coincidence or just psychological. She needed medical answers. So she found Dr. Anne, a transgender specialist. For the first time, Nisha used her female name in a government appointment. No fear, just relief. The tests came back with surprising results. Her hormones were shifting, and she had real breast tissue. But no one could explain why. This slide takes us deeper into Nisha's complex journey. Unexpected health issues emerged, diabetes, high cholesterol, none of it fitting the usual medical story. Dr. Anne was honest. She couldn't fully explain what was happening, but Nisha's hormone profile was unusual. Faced with two paths, hormone therapy or stepping back to observe her body naturally, Nisha chose the latter. Her dream wasn't medical transition, but a cosmic reset, a profound transformation beyond science. This choice reshaped her life, even leading her to pause something she loved deeply, dancing. Yet, quietly, a new digital world was forming, a space where new possibilities awaited. Even though Nisha had stepped away from Bharatanatyam, she hadn't stepped away from herself. In fact, she was becoming more connected to the woman she truly was. During those months, another part of her life quietly grew, her digital identity. What started as a simple profile grew into a full online presence. Every achievement, every year of experience was now under the name Nisha. It felt like she was correcting history, not pretending. And then, she met Sabir, someone who knew only Nisha, and who listened when she needed it most. That night, the conversation stretched on, almost until dawn. They laughed, shared memories, and spoke about dreams and loneliness. For a few hours, Nisha felt truly understood. But when morning came, reality returned. She removed her makeup, changed back into men's clothes, and looked in the mirror. Something inside her became clear. Her heart still belonged to Aabha. Despite the comfort Sabir offered, her soul was tied to a bond that spanned lifetimes. Quietly, she stepped away from Sabir, closing that chapter without drama. Meanwhile, Aabha faced her own struggles, losing her job, losing confidence, and feeling the marriage shift. Yet, neither knew this distance was leading them toward a profound transformation. As 2024 came to a close, life in the family found an unusual balance. On the surface, everything seemed normal. Amit kept working his corporate job. The boys were growing up beautifully. Their home was filled with memories. Aabha was quietly rebuilding her confidence after losing her job. But beneath it all, both were facing invisible struggles. Amit lived secretly as Nisha when he could. Aabha questioned why her career felt stuck. Then, in early 2025, a chance meeting with an astrologer changed everything. The advice was clear. It was time to consider IVF. This sparked a new hope and a final chance for Amit and Aabha to find clarity together. We're walking through the long, painful journey Amit and Aabha faced with IVF. Appointments, tests, injections, every step demanded patience and hope. Cycle after cycle, they gave it their all emotionally, physically, financially. Yet, despite the doctor's optimism, the results kept coming back negative. The disappointment was crushing. But then Amit remembered something. His own past life regression had uncovered hidden truths. He gently suggested Aabha try the same. What followed would change everything, shaking their marriage, but also revealing a deeper truth they couldn't ignore. Weeks after Aabha's regression therapy were unlike anything Amit had expected. Instead of dismissal or silence, she returned quiet, distant, lost in her own thoughts. Their usual conversations faded, replaced by a silence that grew heavier with each passing day. Meanwhile, their IVF journey ended. They chose to stop chasing treatment, surrendering to whatever the future held. Yet, destiny was already at work. Amit faced his own challenges. His fertility declined, then severe pain threatened surgery. Through fear and prayer, healing came. Still, questions lingered between them, growing with every unspoken truth. This moment marks a turning point, a quiet evening, a long-held secret finally spoken aloud. Amit and Aabha sit together, the silence heavy but honest. For years, Amit carried his truth alone, his past lives, his identity, his fears. Now he shares it all. And to his surprise, Aabha reveals she's known too. Their shared memories, their intertwined souls, it changes everything. No more hiding. No more pretending. Their love has endured lifetimes, and now it's ready for whatever comes next. That night's conversation changed everything. For the first time, Amit and Aabha shared all their truths, no secrets left between them. They both remembered a past life, the love they once had, and the strange ways destiny had brought them back together. But knowing the truth didn't make things easier. In fact, it made life more complicated. Meanwhile, financial stress and Aabha's career struggles began to weigh heavily on their relationship, leading to a painful confrontation that shifted everything beneath the surface. We see the weight Amit and Aabha carry, the roles they've taken on, the pressures that shape them. Aabha's strength, once hidden, mirrors Samar's protective nature. Their souls seem to be shifting, returning to something deeper. Despite challenges, their bond remains strong. Meanwhile, Amit feels restless, searching for meaning beyond his stable career. Real estate calls to him a new path, a fresh start. But fate has other plans, pushing him toward a truth he can no longer avoid. This is when hidden natures awaken.
Joining the real estate agency gave Amit a fresh sense of purpose. He'd completed his qualification, joined a respected team, and his corporate career was stable. Everything seemed to be moving forward. But then, nothing. No work email. No system access. No way to start. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. The usual onboarding process was frozen. Amit wasn't rejected. He just couldn't begin. And that strange pause forced him to confront something deeper. His own identity. What if he wasn't just becoming Nisha? What if he already was?
Sometimes, moments stay with us longer than we expect. For Amit, a series of strange events unfolded, bright rainbows appearing again and again, a falling star that held him frozen in awe. These weren't coincidences anymore. They were signs, confirmations that something bigger was at work. His prayers grew deeper, more urgent, spoken quietly to Tara Ma, the Divine Mother. One night his plea was raw and desperate. And though he didn't know it, the universe was already moving, ready to change everything. Sometimes, certain moments stick with us in ways we can't explain. For Amit, it started with a bright rainbow that appeared again and again, vivid and impossible to ignore. Then came a falling star, a silent sign in the night sky. These weren't just coincidences anymore. They were confirmations, signs that everything was connected. His prayers grew deeper, more urgent. Alone at night, he pleaded with Tara Ma, the Divine Mother, asking for his true self to be made whole. And though he didn't know it yet, the universe had already begun to answer. That night, after Amit poured his heart out to Tara Ma, he fell into the deepest sleep he'd had in years. No dreams, no voices, just complete silence. For the first time since that morning in May, his mind was still. Beside him, Aabha slept peacefully too. As dawn broke, Amit woke and everything felt different. His body had transformed, becoming exactly what he'd prayed for, a complete, natural woman. In that quiet moment, Nisha was born, real, whole, and finally at peace. Then Aabha awoke, changed as well. Together, they faced this new dawn. This moment marks a profound transformation. Standing before the mirror, the reflection is no longer Aabha, but Amar. Familiar, yet undeniably changed. Their memories flood back, connecting dreams, prayers, and signs into one undeniable truth. The universe has rewritten reality itself. Amit and Aabha no longer exist. Instead, there's Nisha and Amar, two souls finally aligned with their true selves. No fear remains, only peace. Together, they step into a new dawn, carrying memories of a past only they remember, as the world around them embraces this new reality. We've reached the most heartfelt chapter of this incredible journey. After a cosmic reset, Amit and Aabha become Nisha and Amar, stepping fully into the lives their souls were meant to live. Together, they rebuild their family in Melbourne, rediscover love, and embrace the simple joys of everyday life with their 4 boys. But the greatest gifts are still unfolding, healing, new beginnings, and the miracle of motherhood. This is where all the promises come true, and peace finally finds its home. This video was created with SlideSpeak. Visit SlideSpeak to turn your presentations into engaging AI-narrated videos.